The Aritzia Super Puff is something that everyone wants or desires, and we wanted to take you through the background of what it's like to purchase one, how it's a text, technology, and a mass-produced commodity, service, or form of information.
To focus on distributed network, in this video we are browsing many different networks, but mostly focusing on TikTok. Many of these videos come from all different types of sources, from around the world. People are reviewing, duetting, commenting, sharing their opinion, etc. TikTok is a huge influence on many people nowadays, as it involves all different types of opinions, views, what is trending, what is not trending, etc., since it is a worldwide app. To move on to media as a text, focusing on binary thinking. As you can see in this video, the very first thing that comes to mind is the concept of binary thinking. When first surfing the Aritzia website, you can notice that it is titled Women's Fashion Boutique. And then once you click on it, the title states again, in Women's Puffers. This isn't very fitting for the company, as they do have men's coats as well.
Like Ritzer mentioned, efficiency refers to the best method of getting from one point to another. A good example of this would be shopping online. We can order coats while we lay in bed, travel, or at work. Literally any possible place you could be other than the physical store.
To talk about signifier and signified, these are the signs that provide explanation without having to visually see it. The signified of the Aritzia jacket is how it's a very practical winter coat. The features are that it's waterproof and made for extremely cold temperatures. The signifier of the Super Puff is how the unspoken norm of society is having a Super Puff that you see when you scroll through social media and just walking through campus every day.
As consumers, we have been massaged to believe that if one store location doesn't have it, another might. We also have the option to find all their products on their website as well. If we are unable to buy it online or in store, we will constantly feel the urge to check back to see when it will be restocked, knowing it will be soon. Aritzia provides us the option to see what store locations have the exact product we want at various stores in a geographical region. We as consumers know that all Super Puff sizes and materials of the jackets are identical across all locations, giving the ability to trust standardized consistency of Aritzia. Aritzia was not a store that rose to fame overnight. The company started with a few products only made in a few colors, similar to Fordism. Ford allowed only consumers to purchase various styles of cars, but offered them only in black. As society began to show interest in these products, the option of color was a want from all consumers. Toyota allowed consumers to feel as if they can customize their car and make it feel more personalized by allowing many choices of color. Similarly, Aritzia noticed the demand from consumers and added a large list of colors and styles of their beloved Super Puff. While web surfing, you feel as if you were customizing your own jacket. It's your style, your color, and your size.
Moving on to encoding and decoding. In these text messages, the different perspectives are visible. We are looking at someone who is on the fence and mutual about the idea of getting one, someone who is completely against the idea of getting one, and someone who is completely for the idea of getting one. Encoding and decoding really states what different opinions and what different perspectives there are to each topic.
When we start getting mixed signals from others about whether we should buy a product or not, we tend to rely on the internet because we've been massaged into believing that it's real people behind real accounts, so we can't really find a reason why there would be a lie. But little do we know that these constant searches, scrolling, looking through comments, looking through accounts specifically for that product, all starts to begin to form an algorithm.
As you can see, most of the feed is Super Puff because it has been recently viewed a lot, so over time technology has adapted to the interests of the individual using it.
As we can see, the Aritzia Super Puffs are the furthest thing from cheap. It feels as though it is almost like a luxury to own one, since you can afford it. The high price tag adds high use value. Aritzia is never going to have an endless supply of the product, but if the product they were looking for specifically is not available, consumers have enough other options to find something similar to what they wanted. At checkout, the company gives the options to pay entirely at once or split up the payment monthly, helping their loyal and new-coming customers purchase their favorite products.
In media as a technology, metadata was a huge topic discussed, and it was defined as data that provides information about other data. Once the checkout is hit, normally you would put all your information into the blanks, but since the data was used before, the website will recall it.
Control is what maintains the company. They are constantly getting new stock and depending on the season as well as sizes for each individual purchasing it.
Now that you understand the groundwork behind such a simple process, we ask, don't you want to fit in?